Greetings, nail peoples. It is, I guess it's Tuesday, huh? January 26th. Hello, hello, hello. There I am with that harsh light again. Boy, I can't wait till my light boxes get here. Today, I have my loaned from the Garland family Disneyland cup. Very exciting. I wish I was in Disneyland today. Or at Disney's Aulani Resort like Braden and Nellie and Michelle Davignon were yesterday. Makes me sad. All right, let's see if anybody else joins in with us here. Give people a few minutes to check in before I start my rant. Hi. Well, since it's just you and me right now, do you have any questions you'd like to ask? Oh, here we go. Here's a few more. Oh, happy Tuesday, everybody. I definitely need more coffee. I don't know about you. All right, well, I have some pictures that, oh yes, waiting to go through the website again. Yeah, it has a lot to do with what I'm sort of ranting about today. So what I'm talking about, I have some nail pictures I want to share with you guys, but this is a good time since it's, the new year to start as we're finishing up our stuff from last year, all of our bookkeeping stuff. We are going through and we're doing whatever bookkeeping thing we do, and we're getting really irritated that we didn't keep up on it more during the year for most of us and those kind of things. But what that also means is while we're doing that is a good time to think about A, how we're going to do it differently this year, and B, since we have to go through that stuff, hello from Fresno, since we have to go through that stuff anyway to get to where we need to be, what actually you're looking for to get the most out of what you're doing. So, for example, when you're trying to figure out business things, going through and looking at, instead of what products you think you use the most of, actually looking through your receipts as you're doing all of that and getting a real good idea of what you actually spent all of your money on. And just little things like that. Or, you think you know what your customers want. Well, how often do we just ask them? Like, for example, for me, in the case of my clientele, now I don't have too many people I think I only have like 30 people that I still do because I'm focusing on other things. But even at that, I know that if I learn one stroke nail art, that would be a good addition to what I do because it's something my clientele would actually wear. If I learned to do 3D nail art, I would only be learning it for me or for a future clientele at some point, but I'm not learning it for the clients that I have. And that's a different education budget. And the best way to know is to just ask. Just talk to your clients about what they've seen on Pinterest, what they see on Facebook, what they see their friends wearing, and just talking to them and saying, if I was going to offer some different services, would you be interested in this? It's market survey, and we have the benefit of all the rest of the companies in the world have to do these crazy, one of the most intensive market analysis things that you can do is a person-to-person interview about a product. That is one of the most monetarily intensive things you can do. And we get the advantage of doing it as a part of our service. if we do it. So, just kind of as we're, when your clients are having a bad day and they want to talk about you, but you don't really want to talk about you because you don't want to, maybe you got stuff going on or maybe you got nothing going on. And so when you just maybe need some fodder for conversation, that's a good time to say, well, hey, I was looking into taking some classes this year and I'm thinking about adding some nail art. What do you think? Would you like 3D stuff better? What do you think? Would you just rather have it so I can do some quick, really pretty flowers? Or is there different nail shapes that you would actually like, but you don't know if I can do them? Those really straight side ones or the really long pointy ones. Just talking to them and getting an idea of what that is. And then taking that knowledge and adding it to what you're figuring out as you're going through all of your expenses and everything for last year. And I'm willing to bet that you can find some places in there where you can save $10 here, save $5 there, and try and get in some classes or something for the things that your clientele actually wants. So on to the pictures that I wanted to show. There is, let me find my handy dandy photos in my iPad. Photos, here we go. So these are some pretty nails. I'm gonna scoot up closer to the camera here. And I'm gonna move that out of the way. Okay, so these are all from Prof Nail. There's some very long, more ballerina-y shaped nails, between ballerina and coffin, right? And then there's some really pretty, very neutral, oval shaped nails. Here's something really that's nice and simple. It's just dark, short, squoval, just a little bit of flare on the accent nail. And then again, some longer, but now light colored, more extreme length and shape with some art done with the glitter and all of that. The point that I made for these really pretty things and wanting to show them is that I was taught quite a long time ago by someone in the industry that it doesn't matter what style of nails you're going to do. Whatever style of nails works best for you, then make that your style and do the best ones of them that you can. So maybe you like to do short, oval, jelly bean nails. Now, there are people who would tell you that jelly bean nails, you can't make a career doing jelly bean nails. Well, I beg to differ. If in your area, people like that shape of nail and you're the best at it, then you're going to have a clientele and you're going to have a business. So I think we get so caught up, and I know that because I look at all of these international boards and everything, we get so caught up in what everybody else in the nail world is doing that I think sometimes we forget we got to bring it all back down to right here, to where we are. Likes on Facebook and Instagram and everything are great, but if they're coming from outside about a 10-mile radius around your salon, they're not giving you any revenue. And so that's your 5 miles is like your core area. And if you offer some specialty things for what your area does, then you can probably extend that another 5 miles. But that's about it for people who are going to regularly come to our services every couple of weeks. So as you're going through all of your things from last year, I just finished my taxes and everything yesterday. And so you take a look at, I noticed that I invested a lot in shellac last year to expand my color selection. And so without really thinking about it, I sort of doubled my color selection of gel polish, but I did it in a really haphazard way, just sort of adding colors as they came out or as I needed them or whatever. And knowing what my clientele wears, I was actually apparently shopping for colors for me, not really colors for them, which means every $15.95 bottle of shellac I bought that wasn't a color that I could put on one of my clients, I was spending $15.95 to have it sit on my shelf. And so that's something, to think about. We tend to just go to the beauty supply or get online and order what we want, and we don't really budget, and we don't really think those purchases through the way other companies do. And we really need to think those every dime your business spends, whether it's on a space you rent or whether it's on a product that you buy or whether it's on, just anything, whether you're paying shipping charges or not from where you're ordering from. Just anything. Think of it as every time you go to look into that kind of thing, you're writing your own purchase order. Treat it like if I had to ask somebody else in my company if I could spend money on this, would they let me? And I think that you'll find that a lot of times the answer is, no, I think that probably ought to go on to the back burner until we have more money in the budget. So, and this is also a good time of year to begin doing the shopping around process. Maybe the place that you've always purchased your things from is not the least expensive place to purchase them from anymore. I was thinking about this yesterday because I was at Salon Centric and I bought the Young Nails art screens and a couple bottles of Caption Polish. And I was thinking how much more expensive some of the things that I buy at Cosmoprof are. They're more expensive at Salon Centric. And so I'm lucky that I live in a big city, that I have like all the major beauty supplies in my area, in my town. But for people who don't, if all you have in your town is Sally Beauty Supply and you're getting the pro price, but you're still spending more than you should, then maybe it's time to start looking at the products that you use all the time and looking on the internet and seeing if maybe someplace like the Industry Source or the Nail Superstore or someplace like that has the same things. And maybe if you're ordering in bulk once a month, you can get free shipping. So even if that only makes a $50 difference a month, well, that's like giving yourself a $600 raise a year. And I don't know anybody who wouldn't take an extra $600 a year. So this is the time. It's the new year. I've always done my books manually because I've done accounting forever and we're super simple in what we do, money in, money out. But I actually think that this year I'm going to make the switch to a cloud-based QuickBooks program. It's only $10 a month. And if I can get into the habit of entering my transactions in there, even if I only do it every other month. But ideally you should be doing it more often because you need to be able to evaluate. It's like if you don't balance your checkbook and then you finally like subtract everything out and you're like, oh crap, that's why I have no money. That's, yeah, sort of the same thing with your business. If you're a sole proprietor, you can nickel and dime yourself to death and have no idea where it went. And then you say, but I don't have any money for advertising, but I don't have any money for nail art, but I don't have any money for classes. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. You just got to find it in there somewhere. So, do the best darn jelly bean nails in your area, if that's what you're going to do. And have an idea of where your money's going and make it a goal this year of talking to your clients and finding out what they would like you to know. They also talk about nails with their friends. So they can give you an idea of what the people they know who aren't coming to you, why they're not coming to you. It could be that you're just not in their positioning. Maybe you're just a little too far away or you're just a little too expensive for what they want to spend. Those kind of things. But some of it may be because you don't offer something that they like or they don't think that you offer. I don't know how many times I've had my clients ask me, are you still accepting new clients? And I'm like, do you know somebody that would like to come to me? And they go, yeah. And I'm like, well, yeah, I'll take a referral. You know, I'm not advertising, but if you know somebody you'd like to send to me, then I would love to take them. So, because I don't really see what the advantage is of just completely closing off your books unless you're just so overwhelmed, in which case you have a beautiful problem. That was what was on my mind today. Tina Alberino had a post up about advertising and it being boring for everybody. And that made me think about the fact that my taxes and all that stuff made me think about the fact that we're in a new year, and forget the personal resolutions of, you know, getting on the treadmill and those kind of things. Let's work on the business ones. Yeah. Tina and I just have a bit of a different delivery. We generally agree with each other, but we deliver things a little differently. Yeah. Love you, Tina. She's more of a punch in the face kind of gal. She's right, though. She's absolutely right. I just think for a small one-person business, we do so much better with the direct person-to-person marketing that we really, other than some of our public image stuff we do on Facebook, and she does, to all the things that we do on Facebook and Instagram and those kind of things. That's the part of advertising as small one-person businesses that we need to think about, you know. Hi, Liz. Which is different than like when I had my salon and I was doing advertising for the whole salon, and I was doing ad copy and everything. That's she's totally right. I mean, that's definitely, you stop using the same lame old thing that everybody's using anymore, you know. The big thing we always learned is we put a picture of us as a group on our advertising because we were kind of a nutty group. And so it showed that we were a team, that we had a relationship. The other thing that we used to do all the time in advertising is we were one of the few salons in the area that specialized in pink and white. And so that was something that we always advertised, was we specialize in pink and white nails and toenails, whether it's acrylic, gel, polish. That's what we specialize in. So no extra charges for French manicures here. And for people that are used to paying extra for French, that was a real hook. So Tina's absolutely right. She very much is. Stop doing the same old, you know, we have luxury chairs. Cut it out. But I just deliver a little differently. So, all right. Well, that was my little rant for today. Kind of a slow nail group Tuesday. There's a couple things I'm watching and there's a couple things I'm working on to talk about, but nothing that I was really ready to talk about today. And so if you haven't had a chance yet, go check out universityofnails.com. The site is up. You can see all the titles to the articles. There's 2 videos up there you can watch for free. The rest of them you have to be a member for, which is $10 a month. There's a graduation program. You can see that on the website too. In fact, you can see everything on the website except the videos that are members only content, but you can see the titles of those videos. You just can't see the videos themselves. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. And I'm going to go back to my Disneyland dreaming. Bye, guys. Thanks for joining in.